Hi, I'm Simon Mnyafu. I'm a number 5 for Impala Saracens and the Kenya team. Keep it 3/4 rugby.
3/4 podcast, my guy.
Hi, I'm Simon Mnyafu. I'm a number 5 for Impala Saracens and the Kenya team. Keep it 3/4 podcast. Cheers.
Episode 16, part 3 of the 3/4 podcast. Today we are shooting from the home of Cabras Sugar RFC, Kakamega Showground. We had come to watch our feature game of the week, and Cabras have been kind enough to let us shoot from their home ground, the Kakamega Showground. The Road to Japan hashtag. We have always made noise about this hashtag. Reason being that the Kenya Simbas are about to start their challenge to win us a spot at the Rugby World Cup in Japan in 2019. These boys are indeed the superstars of rugby in Kenya, and they deserve to be given the support. They deserve to be given the attention. They deserve to be given everything that they need right now. Therefore, all we can do as fans of Kenya Rugby is jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan and support these boys, because they indeed represent what's the best of Kenya. This is Ngasho, official noisemaker.
Jerry Goose, Kenyana.
And today we've been joined by Kenya Simbas
K9.
and Cabras K9 and Cabras RFC Scrum half Edwin Achayo. Karibu 3/4 bana. So we get into part 3, and number 1 would be, of course, the Champions League wrap-up that has happened this week. I'll go through the results and I'll read the fixtures, then we just talk about how you think it's going to pan out. Juventus beat Porto 1-0, Monaco beat Man City 3-1, Atletico Madrid drew with Bayer Leverkusen 0-0, and Leicester City shocked Sevilla 2-0. The draw was released on Friday. Juventus faced Barcelona, being a repeat of the 2015 Champions League final. Borussia Dortmund take on Monaco. Atletico Madrid take on Leicester City. And Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. That's a repeat of the 2014 semi-finals, I think. Mm-hmm. How do you think this thing is going to play out? Juve versus Barca.
I'm gonna go for Barca on this one.
You're going to go for Barca?
Yeah.
UF alone.
UF alone. What are you calling?
I call Juve.
You call Juventus?
Yeah, I call Juve.
I actually want Juventus to win.
I want them to win, but I'm just like,
But you're just being pragmatic.
Barca pulled against
You're just being pragmatic.
they're the system team. You know?
They're the system team.
Yeah.
That's true, man. Borussia Dortmund versus Monaco.
I've always been a Borussia Dortmund fan.
Yes.
Ever since the time of Stefan Shepard.
Yes.
Yeah, with the ponytail and everything. Is
Yes.
Borussia. When they had the football made in Germany.
Exactly. Yes. Football made in Germany. Yes. It's coming KTN.
Yeah.
So you think BVB, Borussia Dortmund are going to beat Monaco? Actually, you are.
black and yellow.
Yes, Borussia Dortmund are going to beat Atletico Madrid versus Leicester.
I'd love Leicester to win.
Same here.
Same here.
Cinderella.
They're the only ones with United who are actually the 2 Premiership sides in still playing in Europe.
All the other English teams are out. Leicester City, if they go on to not even the quarterfinals, if they get at least to the semis, I think it's going to be a very successful season for Leicester
As
City.
it is right now, they've really surprised guys.
Yes.
Yeah, where they've figured now.
Yes.
Quarters.
And more importantly is they've had a resurgence in the last month or so, ever since the turnaround when they beat Liverpool,
Which I thought was a sabotage.
to Claudio Ranieri. I'm with you on that one, but they also think it was a sabotage.
Suddenly the team is
Yeah,
just,
you don't just...
just switch on and switch off.
And the last, of course, quarterfinal is Sensei versus his student, Carlo Ancelotti versus Zinedine Zidane, Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. How do you think that was going to go?
Hard to call.
Yeah.
But the quality... I'm just gonna go for Bayern.
Bayern.
I actually feel
I'm
Real
feeling
Madrid.
Bayern. I'm feeling Bayern.
You're feeling Bayern?
I'm feeling Bayern.
I actually think
I'm thinking Ancelotti's experience and everything, and he knows his players, both sides.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, you make a valid point. Yes, he does know, and he knows how to play against those players.
Exactly.
He taught Zidane.
He taught the coach.
Where's shindana na
Gwiji. That's that. I'll also go through the Premier League wrap-up. Good Lord Jesus. West Brom versus Arsenal. Arsenal losing 3-1. Crystal Palace beating Watford 1-0. Sunderland drawing with Burnley FC 0-0. Everton beating Hull 4-0. Stoke losing to Chelsea 2-1. And West Ham losing to Leicester 3-2. Goes on to bolster your point about the sabotage. And Bournemouth beating Swansea 2-0. Today we have Middlesbrough versus Manchester United. We have Tottenham Hotspurs versus Southampton. And on Monday we have Manchester City versus Liverpool. I know you're a United fan.
To the bone.
To the bone. Where do you feel Man U are going to end up?
On a sita sana.
Yeah. To be honest, I think there's a lot of talk about us being unbeaten for a long while, but it's just draws.
Yes.
So I'll take 6th position. I'll take it. I mean, I think everyone at United knows they're going to be a 6, and that's why we're really focused on the Europa. Because if we win Europa, that's
good Champions League.
Because we have no hope of breaking the top 4.
Yes. We'll wait and see how it pans out. That was, of course, match day. We're in week 29 out of 38 of the Premier League. That's 7 more weeks to go of the Premier League before we see how the top 4 shapes up. I've just read this morning that Arsene Wenger has said he doesn't think that Arsenal are going to end in the top 4. That's going to be very interesting. But
welcome to our park.
This has been money.
You've been feeling that for a while.
Yes.
So we'll just have to wait and see how the Premier League, of course, wraps up. Which takes us to our bonus segment of the week. As always, the 3 Quarters podcast tries to relieve and talk about sports in general. Therefore, we come up with a special topic every week and we discuss as sports fanatics about what we think on that position. So today's topic is with concentration a lot on statistics in the modern game. Do we feel that stats is all they use to determine the greatness of a player nowadays? Do we think that it should change, or do we think there should be a balance in how these things work? I'll let you go first, Archie.
I think there should be a balance because anytime something new is introduced, it's human nature. We just embrace it. But I'll give you a quick example. Like most wingers, even if you watch Super Rugby, whatever, they're judged by meters made.
Yes.
He had so many carries,
Runs.
so many runs, 100 meters made. But statistics don't tell you what he did, what happened after that meters game.
True.
You get it. So I might have 100 meters made.
Yes.
I could run all the way to the end and then knock on the end.
And then drop the ball.
Exactly.
It tells half a story.
Or run all the way, there was no support, so it's turnover ball, penalty, and then the kicker spark,
Yes.
So statistics just give you like about, I'd say 60%.
Yes.
And a lot has to come down now to just game management, and there's little bits that cannot really be expressed just on paper.
On stats, that's a very valid point. Goose, what do you think? I know you're a stats guy.
I depend on my stats, man. Stats, they do say a lot. As much as they tell a story, they don't tell the full story. I agree with you there. But we should also value them.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, stats, if for someone who doesn't know the sport, what will they go for? He or she?
Go watch it. Don't look for
stats.
Don't look for stats.
But now, if you were really interested, you'll get the stats and have an idea of what this player is doing, this guy is doing. An example would be this. I had an argument about greatest, let's say NBA.
Yes.
Jordan would say he's had how many rings? 6.
Yeah.
Kobe has what? 5. 1 over. That's a statistic.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
It's a statistic.
It is a statistic.
Yeah,
because he has a 6. That's why he's greatest of all. He's greatest of all time. And some guys would argue that. But then again, if for someone who watched them, it's not all about the stats. Jordan didn't put up the highest of stats. Yes, he was still up there. He's still up there.
Yes.
The statistics are still up there.
Yeah.
But there's more to it. Stats, yes, I love my stats.
Yes.
Sana.
We also have to look at now
Steph Curry.
the time frame.
Yes.
If you look at stats, strictly on stats, then maybe I was playing when it was Super 12.
Yes.
Or maybe I was playing when it was just Diego Maradona who was good and
Yes.
Like look at the Premier League now. It used to be Man United and Arsenal. Now it's changed.
Yes. They gave us.
So my statistics then, as a player compared to now, someone who has to compete in a very competitive league, is different. So
I think when I think about when we started watching sports, the older guys started watching sports, there was not too much on stats. It was about you sat down, you saw how Coco played, and you're like, God damn, I'm gonna support. You saw John Alomo and you're like, God damn, I want to watch this New Zealand All Blacks. Who are these All Blacks? You saw Jordan playing, you become a Bulls fan. You saw Thierry Henry, or you saw Ian Wright, or you saw Nicolas Anelka, Wood van Nistelrooy, Cantona. You saw how those guys played. and you liked the game. I mean, Cantona was not the top scorer at United.
He wasn't.
But the way
he just
he
had something about
exactly, he had an aura about Cantona.
I think the only person who still has that right now is Roger Federer.
Exactly. True. This is true. And Federer is able to balance it both.
When you have a salary of 7 million and your endorsement is 60 something million and you're still among the top 4 highest paid, you're competing against Ronaldo who has 33 million in salary. That means you're a brand.
Yes. And by the way, actually, I like that thing you said about the brand. Federer and Jordan combined to produce a shoe. You see, they did combine to produce a shoe. And Jordan was saying it's because of that thing about Federer. Like Federer is able to balance both. He has the highest number of Grand Slams by a man in men's tennis, but also the way he's been able to conduct himself.
Even the likes of Serena as well.
Serena, So I feel like stats are very important nowadays because of how the game has become, and there's a commercial aspect of the game, and the players need to be paid. No doubt, these players need to be paid. Therefore, stats need to come into play. Like as you're saying, Chief, 100 meters or something. But then there's that part of the turnover. There's that part of like, hey, Chief, maybe your mental framework was not in the game. You might have kimbiad, but you knocked on. Therefore, mentally, you are not there. You see,
and if anything, Ash, I think stats are not meant for us fans. They're meant for the coaching staff, the management.
Thank you.
It's for them to monitor how the player is responding to certain.
So we as the fans now should stop concentrating on stats. And the biggest thing about sports is entertainment.
It's primarily for entertainment.
When we come to Kakamega to watch Cabras, we have come for entertainment. It's like going to watch a movie. It's like going to watch a play. This is a play. This is their stage. This is entertainment, and therefore I think sports should first maintain that part of entertainment, and as you're saying, statistics should remain for the management.
Keep it here.
Keep it here. That has been episode 16, part 3 of the 3 Quarters podcast. Today we've been shooting from Kakamega Showground, home of Cabras Sugar RFC. They have been kind enough to let us shoot from here after following their what is it called? Match day of the week. Yesterday, Cabras Sugar versus Impala RFC. As always, we ask you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We ask you guys to follow us on Instagram, and we ask you guys to like our Facebook page because we intend to take sports to the next level in Kenya. Number 2, we always thank you guys for tuning in every week to watch this podcast. We don't take it for granted. It's 30 minutes of your time throughout the whole week, and therefore we have to say thanks to what you guys are doing. Number 3, and probably the most important thing about the 3 Quarters podcast, please jump onto the Road to Japan hashtag. Please support the Kenya Simbas.
Simba ni moja.
These guys are the superstars of rugby, and therefore they deserve our support tenfold, 150%. This is Ngashi official Noisemaker,
Jerry Goose, Kenyana,
and Achi. Thank you very much for sparing your time.
Thank you guys for having me here.
Coming here to talk about us. At least you just know about rugby. And as guys have said that, hey, Achi, una camera mtani? I'm only gonna practice, but I can look.
It's a task.
It's a task. Thank you very much, guys. Keep it live, keep it locked. Content comes thick and fast. Until next week. Cheers.
Safi.
Kabisa.